Hey guys, I'm not going to keep you long. Your spiritual gangster has got to go do some laundry, all right, before the day gets away from me. And my place is a mess, just an absolute wreck. So don't look about things behind, okay? I wanted to tell you that I wanted to, one of the things, one of the biblical truths about our Bible, about Jesus and stuff like that, is that what did he die for? What did he die? What was he killed for? In reality, okay, it's on what's on black and white. We can find it. You want me to go and find it? I don't want to. But it's in any of these places where it is the naming of Jesus appeared, because the Jews said, it's proclaiming that he is the Christ, that he is the Messiah, the Son of God. It's very claiming of this is worth being killed for. Isn't that something? You know, because it's that kind of rhetoric that keeps people from becoming this Jesus. It's very strange, but for the last few days, I'm just how to get myself into this. You know, I know why I got myself into it, because I wanted to be able to tell people this Bible is real. Is there something? There's a better way of telling it, and that's what I've asked for all my life. And when as soon as I find it, I'm going to tell everybody. That's what it is. I've always been like the guy that gives up the secret. That's why my mom hates me. You know, long time ago, I spilled the beans on her and a boyfriend lover of hers. I must have been only 2 or 3 years old in the kitchen. And I outed out this guy's name while my father came back from work. And boy, oh boy, that was the beginning of hating me. All right. But all through the life, I've had to deal with other people's lies. My sister PJ, God, I love her. Hi PJ, because she listens in on here. There's no, she makes fun of me because I can read God, the Bible, and stuff like that. So it doesn't. We don't have many secrets and things like that. Plus, we're real people. But we've had our times. But anyways, between us all, I feel like you know she lied all the time and put me right in the middle of it, because if she got off on her own, if our stories didn't match, I got beat. So she knew this. And so the thing is as soon as I would go to do something, gonna get into my car and go and do something, my sister says, I want to go. And I said, no, because I know what she's going to do. As soon as I get down to the end of the block, I said, no, if you don't take your sister along with you, then you can't go either. You know, okay, great. You know, God knows what's going to happen now. All right. And this is when we're learning how to drive and got a car, got driving my father's car. Listen, you want to hear any of this garbage? But anyway, she'd jump out at the end of the block. Don't go home without me. And it's like, what? What? What the crazy shit's going on? So when the lies were spilled, boom, 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 we all got lined up against the wall and, beat one right after another. It's the truth. It's the way it works. All right. So, anyways, do as someone says to do, not as they do, Where'd you learn this on your own? But in this situation, when we're talking about the Bible, this idea, the Bible, the outside word, when we talk about it, the letter part kills. And so it just means that whatever you do with that, you're going to do something that's going to hurt someone. It's this dark language that, if you want to go and shoot the bull, if you don't understand that saying, you're just going to think someone's out to shoot something alive, and kill something, you know. But that's the interesting thing about dark language. It's what you think is really terrible and spooky and scary and everything winds up being, oh man, that ain't shit. Like being judged. The word justify comes in that same symbolism. to be straightened, to be, brought even, level, to take up your cross, to balance this situation. It's all about an evenness. It's about straightening something out, correcting something. We don't want to do that neither, This is one of the things that the Bible says is keeping you from doing it. You're afraid of being judged. You're afraid of being. Why don't you trust yourself? Why don't you trust you? That's what the stories are about. It's about trusting in yourself. But we're the last person that will go and find this Jesus. We're the last place to look for God. So he's been hidden pretty good, And here we find scripture from the King James Bible, which means a scribe did this. All right. Maybe someone could have done it, but I don't think it's ever had a she in it. But I don't know this because I'm reading my Bibles for the first time. Maybe go research it in older Bibles. But if it says she, that's telling the truth. If it says he, well, that's misleading. Because it takes two to make this baby. And that's the Comforter. The Comforter that we've been sent to be with us is Jesus is our Comforter, our soul. And he says, you should feel good. You should feel great that I'm with the Father. That means I'm not gone. I'm not gone. I'm still there. And whatever you're doing, I'm doing. And obviously whatever you're doing, I'm doing because he's in there with us. And you can do even greater because I can bring up Father. I'm within him. Once you find me, we're gonna go great. We're gonna go heaven bound. We're going cosmic, But you have to do something first, Where I go, you don't go. But you should know I'm hanging out with the Father. So he's not gone. And so Philip asked, how do we know the way? He said, you mean I've been with you all this time and you do not know this? Who's the Father? You mean you haven't gone in, checked this out? You would know this, But anyways, I have to go away for a little while. And in the Bible, this is God. Why dost thou forsake me? All right? Because Jesus is you, the person. You, the star of this whole story. It's absolutely beautiful. Mother and father are important because it takes your brain to begot this thing. Because it certainly doesn't take a pussy. That's not how things are done. It's electric. God's electric. This is an electric universe. We are electroplasmic. Our whole world comes alive because we made this vow to come down and live this life so that we can enjoy breathing and eating and smelling and making and creating, building, destroying, creating. This constant, the journey of Saturn. It's absolutely beautiful. And what you can do with it can be very bad, very bad. But this whole concept is about being a teacher, showing you the way, but not giving it away. You have to work for that. Until you can figure that out, your dumb ass is going to do this. The scripture tells me wiser people than me have been wanting to hear the things that I hear when I hear things, and they've never heard it. And that these same wiser people than me want to see the things that I see, which I see, and they can't see it all. Wiser people than me. So I don't have to be no smart ass person, neither do you. Have to be this wise person. Helpers coming to you, and that's me. I'm the helper. All right, I've taken that job to show you the way, the ropes. And in the process of that, I've been learning how to do this Bible too, because I just got this. And so we find out the Bible is very important. So we don't toss the Bible away. We don't throw the Bible out. We read it, and we study it, and we understand it. And we stop taking our advice from the outside on how to read this Bible and let the Bible tell us how to do it. Turns to Corinthians, I'm not sure which one it is, chapter 3, verse 6. I'm not sure which one it is, the one that tells us about this. Believe this. We just heard in my last little thing about Jesus telling us this. I think you're following my Father's word. The one that was made for my Father, my one who sent me. That's not the right one. It's not mine. You're on the outside. Jesus knows whose Father is. He knows his Father's a beast, but he still loves them. He's our teacher. He's important, very important, and it's a weave of our world where even though they've got us scared to death of heaven, of hell, we got us scared to death of being justified. Got us absolutely scared to death of the devil. Or made him super appealing to separate us even more. But it doesn't matter because both sides are serving Father. That's what's that's what's really cool. So the good side and the bad side are all serving Father. So there is no right and there is no wrong. But understand this, that when you finally go to the right, this is where, in just you, in your mind alone, there is no more right and wrong. Doesn't make you godless. It means that you're now under God's influence. There's no lower mind, no devil in you. So he's gone. And so, and the devil's side of you is the one that takes from you. It's gone. There's no room in there. In the story, it's a little pebble, which is hewn, or a rock that's hewn, which hits just the toe of this thing, bruises it, the heel or whatever, the foot. Also takes us that. And it's the feet. Why the feet? Why the feet all the time? We're washing up the feet. That's where the trespass happens, because it's those damn feet of ours, that Pisces, that situation that goes one way and then you got to go back the other way. But you got to be able to do it. And our feet, that's feet. Aries is here, Taurus is about talking loud in the neck, and then Gemini is our hands. This is how it works. This is the science behind our Bible. It's seamless. Absolutely seamless. Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. All right. So anyways, what was I wanting to talk about? God knows. All right. But we were supposed to catch out of this is that, hey, you guys, for those people that do my sayings, if they do my sayings, okay, and it's not that idea that, if you believe in God, everything's fine. If you believe Jesus died for your sin, that's not a saying. That's something else. That's something else. All right, altogether. But Jesus does have some sayings. He said, if you want to follow me, you're going to have to sell all the things that you have. You're going to have to give up all of that you own, lay it down, give it to the poor or whatever, and follow me, or you can't. So we have a lot of people in the world dropping shit off all the time, trying to lighten up the load. They're going to go follow Jesus. My last pastor was like that at the church, that Don Sullivan. God rest his soul. He's dead now. I've talked about him a lot of times. But anyways, he told me that he did this a long time ago, like when he was just whatever, in his early days, where he gave everything up and he went to go be a monk, and to get the beginning. So he was in the paper tree, or in the paper. He was messed up with the religious world for all of his life, and had a great time. He was a triple dipper, they call it, So, anyways. I don't know what I brought him up for. Think about that. I'm so easily distracted. Oh, I know what it was. When he died, when he came to work with us in the parish, his story is that he tells it all the time, and that one day, when he came back to work and as an Episcopalian, when he came back home after all his 25 years of that, and he retired from that, did he get all of his shit back? And he says, damn, all just because he just put in with people, just kept it for him while he was gone, and then, damn. And so he sticks me with this shit at the end, and he knows very well that I was working in my way in this idea that I was just going to be gone, The only thing that held me back was I had a dog, and I'm not going to just disappear. I have to have something because I had a pooch. So, there's certain things of freedom. So anyways, he's dead now. He's gone. And I don't know. I gave up all of his shit. I gave it all to the thrift shop. I said, this is crazy of him to do this to me. It's just funny. But I barely own anything, never have, But I do like collecting stuff because when I build stuff, I find things. I build things out of found objects and repurpose them. So my places tend to be kind of junky, And so I figured out a way that it looks pretty on the outside, but the inside's got a little bit of hell going on. So I'm going to go and tend to it. You guys are well. The world is what we make it. And that means we're responsible for this place. We're responsible for this world in some ways, but it's on autopilot. And we think that it's going to blow up or we're going to blow each other up. Perhaps we will. But, with the peace of mind, you can look and say, well, I don't think we're going anywhere anytime soon. The outside world is meant to be a distraction of some kind, making men and women teeth gnaw, to be afraid all the time. This is hell, you guys. And hell is what you make it. If you can have a great time, this place can have a great time with this place. If you want to have a terrible time, I don't know if you have to ask for that. Sometimes it's just given, If you can't keep up, it can be hell. But all of that is right here in the world around us. And so what we have to do is learn to adjust to it, And I'm just sorry about so many people and things. And even when I go to tell people about how to do this, it's easier to just talk to, to the screen, not see anybody's faces or whatever. Because it's not so easy to just come right out of your mouth and tell somebody these things. So it's not really, you can't stand on the corner and win a bunch of favors by telling people Jesus doesn't exist, So it's something that you have to kind of spoon feed and stuff like that till you finally reel them in, But this fishermen of men, it's better to just go out there and let your face kind of do it, in your process. And lately I've been recognizing that the effort that I put in order to do this is my responsibility. You've reaped the reward, whether there's only 5 or 6 of you that do it. But the idea would be that I'm sharing with you my experience in reading the Bible and exposing what I've recognized and see, and interpret what I see. And there's only one way. The letter side has over 5,000 different ways, but the inside way, which you and I go through on this channel, or what I teach from this channel, is the only way. And it's the only way for anybody on earth. So it's kind of cool. Why it's a secret in the first place, I don't know. Why do we get pigeonholed in YouTube? I don't know. It's the truth, It's all the truth. It's funny, But anyways, I love you, all right, and best to you. Hope you got something out of this, all right.